Hey, what's up, everybody? This is actually going to be a WrestleMania weekend preview. This is going to be really short. I just want to, mainly this is going to be about WrestleMania 27, but I just want to, just run down the ROH Take Center Stage show really quickly, and I'll briefly talk about the Dragon Gate USA show. So yeah, ROH Take Center Stage, go fight live, and get two shows for 20 bucks. Have the link in the description. Everyone needs to do this. I mean, this is a huge bargain. You're going to get a shitload of wrestling for your dollar. And I'm going to guarantee everybody here that tonight's show will be better than WrestleMania. I'm not being biased by saying that. I'm just saying, looking at the quality of the card, you just can't go wrong. Now, we're not going to get any dream matches tonight, but we will be getting a lot of blow-off matches. Eddie Edwards and Christopher Daniels, kind of a nice competitive feud. Their matches have been awesome. Every single one of the matches has exceeded expectations, so I expect no different tonight. I don't think Daniels is going to win. Daniels is back in TNA now, so it'll be shocking if Christopher Daniels does win the belt. But you never know. So this should be a nice friendly win for Eddie Edwards. However, though, I do see Christopher Daniels potentially turning heel after this match. I can see him snapping on Eddie Edwards. Now that Daniels is back in TNA, I think you need to capitalize on some of the heat that he's going to get and just turn him heel. That's just my opinion. I think ROH needs an extra heel with Roderick Strong potentially turning babyface. So we'll see what happens there. Um, Also tonight we're going to be getting the Kings of Wrestling versus Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin for the Tag Team Championships. Should be an amazing match. I think the Kings need to retain. That's just me. I just don't think the timing is right. I think Haas and Benjamin, they haven't wrestled enough matches to justify them winning the Tag Team Championships. I know some people think, this will kind of ruin them if they don't win the belts, but I don't know. I just don't think they deserve it at this point. I think the Kings are just, hitting their stride right now. I just don't think it's the right time. So that's just my opinion. But this should probably be the best match so far. I mean, easily. I mean, now it's time to really go all out. So that should be amazing. Davey Richards and Roderick Strong. I don't think anyone saw this coming. Now that Roderick lost the belt, it definitely opens him up. Just to face the best opponent possible, and that's what they're going to give him, Davey Richards. So I mean, these guys ultra stiff. This should be scary. I mean, it's not really a healthy style. These two just really beat the shit out of each other every single time. Very, very stiff. So once again, you're just going to get another vintage match between these two guys. It'll be interesting to see. I really want to see if they could try to make this match stand out and be a little bit different than some of their other matches. I mean, we're going to. I mean, expect something stiff, but I would just like them to add just a little bit something different to it. That's just me. El Generico versus Michael Elgin. Their match at the 9th anniversary show really surprised a lot of people, and I think this should be an even better match this time. No disqualification, so it should be good. Then tomorrow's show, we're going to get the American Wolves and Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. That's like the biggest tag team dream match that ROH has provided in a very, very long time. So that should be an amazing match. That would probably be the match of the weekend to check out. Roger Strong and El Generico will have another match. I see Roger losing both matches, and Truth Martini actually turning on him. I just definitely see that. Judging from the last video wire, I could definitely see that happening. So yeah, I mean, night two, I would say day two, night two, whatever you want to call it, doesn't look as stacked as night one, which makes sense. People are going to be leaving to go to the Hall of Fame. But yeah, that should still be, both of these shows should still be great. They should pretty much be on the same level. And so yeah, definitely order it. Go fight live. I guarantee you, this is going to be a steal, man. Quality, man. Just for 20 bucks for two shows. So definitely check it out. Also, Dragon Gate USA on Saturday night. Now they're going to get hit hard. I mean, they're going up against the NCAA tournament, so I'm not going to be watching the show. But it's definitely if you have the time to watch it and you have the money to watch it, definitely check it out. The World Wrestling Network. This is the same distributor that used to, produce ROH DVDs. They do the Dragon Gate USA and Evolve DVDs as well. Now they have their own little, Go Fight Live internet pay-per-view service. So definitely order this show. This is Dragon Gate. I believe it. What's the name of this show? Mercury Rising. I think it's Mercury Rising. And on this Dragon Gate USA show, we'll be getting Austin Aries versus Yamato. For the Open the Freedom Gate Championship. If Aries doesn't win, then he vows to retire from Dragon Gate USA, which I hope he doesn't. I hope Aries sticks around. I actually condone Austin Aries winning the belt in Dragon Gate USA. I think that will bring a little bit of life to the company. I just love Aries so much. I don't want to see him go. Aries is not going to be gone for good. He'll be back. Eventually, he'll be back in Ring of Honor. It's just a matter of time. It'll probably take a couple years, but I think it will happen. I mean, we're gonna get another six-man match. Ronin versus Sema, Ricochet, and I believe Dragon Kid. So we'll get another awesome six-man traditional Dragon Gate style match. That should be an awesome card. But Dragon Gate USA is on fire. They haven't put on a bad show in a very, very long time. So they probably, I don't think they've ever put on a bad show, to be honest with you. So yeah, definitely check those shows out, man. So also, I'm going to talk about Pro Wrestling Noah's Great Voyage 2011 before the video is over. But before I get to that, I want to talk about WrestleMania 27. Just want to preview some of the big matchups that are taking place. Randy Orton and CM Punk. Very exciting for this match. On paper, as far as the IWC, YWC, this is probably the match that a lot of the smart fans are looking forward to. Because Randy Orton's a great wrestler. I mean, you can't deny that Orton doesn't have talent. I mean, the guy definitely has a lot of talent. I mean, his work from 2004, 2005 is definitely proof of that. The guy has gotten, he's very, very injury prone. And, obviously, he's gotten married. I think he has a kid. So, you can definitely notice that he definitely holds back. You can tell he's definitely afraid to get injured. He's kind of like the Chris Bosh of the WWE, in my opinion. He's just a little on the soft side, it seems to me. And, but, he's in the ring with CM Punk. Now, CM Punk has never really had the chance to have a WrestleMania match yet. I mean, he's been in Money in the Banks. He's been in the match against Rey Mysterio last year, which got not enough time at all. I thought it was good, but just didn't get enough time. So, this would be really, essentially, in a way, this is Punk's real first WrestleMania opportunity to have a great match. And, if it was up to Punk, this would be a great match. However, though, due to the booking, I think, Orton's going to be selling an injury the whole match. I think if Orton's going to lose this match, he's definitely going to really sell that leg injury. And this could be a very, very methodical match. Is it going to deliver? A lot of question marks. Could be the match of the night. I think Punk is going to give a great effort no matter what. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. There's no guarantees. I don't know. I'm not sure, but definitely looking forward to it. It definitely, you can't deny that this match doesn't have potential. So, or you can't deny that the match has potential. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's move on to the next match. We have John Cena and The Miz. It should be fun. Cena in the ring. I guess anyone's going to get a great reaction. But, I'm not really excited about this WrestleMania main event. There's so much anticipation for Rock and Cena that The Miz has kind of become an afterthought. In my opinion, I think it'll benefit The Miz to actually lose this match in the long run. I would say that, The Miz really needs... This is going to make or break his career, in my opinion. I think, he hasn't had any great matches yet. You can't take him seriously as the WWE champion. I can't. I mean, on the mic, he's great. He's got a great personality. He's got the it factor to a degree for what the WWE wants. But, for me to really take you seriously as a champion, you need to have, great matches under your belt. And you need to have beaten some legitimate opponents. I don't really think The Miz has been booked great during this title reign. I think the Money in the Bank thing definitely hurts as well. I think they really need to drop the Money in the Bank thing. I think we need all the champions. If you're going to take a guy seriously as a champion, you need to beat him straight up one-on-one without the Money in the Bank shenanigans. So that's just my opinion. I think definitely think that has hurt this overall match. But I don't know, man. I'm going to say Cena needs to win this match. I think if Cena's going to lose, Cena's never really lost at WrestleMania. I mean, he lost in a triple threat a couple years ago, but you can't really count that, though. But, when Cena actually, puts somebody over at WrestleMania and said, now you're the guy. He drops the belt to whoever it is. It needs to be a big deal. And The Miz is not ready to be that guy, in my opinion. I mean, maybe Vince thinks he is, but I don't know. I just don't think the guy has it yet. I think he needs a lot more work in the ring. I would like to see The Miz lose this match and have them start building him up again. And just go back to the mid-card after this. I definitely think that needs to happen. I think the title scene has so much potential right now with Orton, Punk, Cena, Rock. I mean, it could be amazing. And Morrison, Daniel Bryan. It could be just, epic, the WWE title scene if The Miz was just out of the picture. Because I think The Miz is definitely holding the main event scene back a little bit in the WWE. That's just my opinion. So, all right, so let's just jump into Bryan Danielson versus Sheamus. I mean, I think this will open up the show. I think Vince is expecting, Danielson to go out there and just rock the house and put on an amazing wrestling opener. And, you know, if this gets about, I'm going to say, if this gets 15 to 18 minutes, this could be the match of the night. I see this only getting about 9 to 10 minutes. You know, this will kind of be like a RVD William Regal match where, you know, it just doesn't get enough time, but it gets the crowd into it. I can see it being that type of match. But, you know, Sheamus has improved. Now, I think Sheamus is a nice guy, man. You could tell he's a really good guy. You know, just based on some of the WrestleMania sound bites from the DVD that I heard. You know, you can't blame him for, you know, I mean, some people think he was kind of sucking up to Triple H just to get ahead in the company. But, you know, if the guy legitimately is a fan of Triple H and really admires his work, you know, you can't, I mean, what's he going to say? What's he going to do to Triple H? I mean, what's he going to lie to him and say he was never a fan of him? If the guy's a fan of him, he's a fan of him. So, and if Triple H, you know, I'm sure Triple H doesn't have a lot of people coming up to him and say, you're the reason I got into this business. And if Sheamus really felt that way, then, you know, more power to him. So, I just think I think he has improved. You know, I think he's a nice guy. I just really thought it was poorly executed how they gave him the championship, but I think it kind of hurt him to a degree. But you know, that's another story. Alberto Del Rio versus Edge, man. It could be good, man. I'm really excited about this match. I love Del Rio. I think Del Rio versus The Rock. You know, if The Rock was going to have another dream match, which I highly doubt. You know, in addition to the Cena match, I think Del Rio and Rock is something that they could definitely play with. And Rock and Punk, don't get me wrong, that's another one that could be an epic dream match. But yeah, getting back to Edge versus Del Rio, I don't know, man. I don't like a lot of people are saying that Christian's going to interfere and turn heel on Edge. I don't want that to happen. If anything, I would love to see Jericho come back and him and Christian will kind of, you know, turn heel together and help Edge win the match. I'm actually hoping for a double cross, you know, for, you know, Alberto Del Rio to kind of turn babyface a little bit, because I think he has a lot of popularity out there, especially now you have more of a Latino demographic in the United States and with the WWE. I think you need to build up to Del Rio winning the belt. I think it's way too soon to give it to him now. So, and plus, I don't like Edge's babyface. I don't think he needs to be a babyface here. So, I would just love for there to be a double cross, like a nice, legit double cross. You know, you could have a Canadian stable, Edge, Christian, Jericho. You know, they could build Edge up as his heel champion, and then maybe Del Rio could finally take the belt off of him at, you know, SummerSlam or Survivor Series. I just think that's the best way to go. That's just my opinion. So, let me know what you guys think of that. So that's pretty much it. That's WrestleMania 27. This is not going to be one of the better WrestleManias, but I guarantee you it'll be a good show. It'll be fun. You know, from top to bottom, a lot of questionable decisions. I'm glad that there's no Money in the Bank on the show. It definitely opened Daniel Bryan and CM Punk and those guys up to have one-on-one matches, which I'm happy about. So I think it'll be good. So let me touch on Pro Wrestling Noah. We have the Great Voyage 2011 in Fukuoka, however you pronounce it. No one's talked about this show yet. I never really sit through a whole Noah shows, but since no one reviewed it, I figured I'd check it out, and it was okay. I'm going to give the show about a 7.5. It has a Match of the Year candidate on it, in my opinion. But it doesn't really come close to some of Kotaro Suzuki's other matches for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship. So we have Kotaro Suzuki versus Taiji Ishimori. This was the match of the night by far. I'm going to give it 4.25 stars. Just another awesome match from Suzuki. I think Ishimori is underrated. I would say that besides Masato Yoshino, Ishimori is probably the best athlete in Japan, without a doubt. I mean, the guy is very, very low body fat, kind of on the shorter side, but very acrobatic. A lot of suicidal offense from him. Him and Suzuki just had an amazing match, like I said. And Suzuki does an extremely good job of making the fans buy into some of his near falls. He just really is great at locking in the pin. And just a lot of nice reversals. And, you know, like I said, Ishimori hit a 450 splash. He did a helo over the top of the turnbuckle over onto Suzuki onto the outside. That was an insane spot. So definitely check it out. Kotaro Suzuki versus Taiji Ishimori. Definitely the must-see match from this Pro Wrestling Noah show. In addition to that, the main event was actually Trevor Murdoch taking on the GHC Junior Heavyweight. I'm sorry, the GHC Heavyweight Champion. Let me get some. So Trevor Murdoch versus the GHC Heavyweight Champion Takashi Sugiura, however you pronounce his name. Sugiura's been the champion for so long. It just seems to me like, you know, he's pretty much went through everyone on the roster, and now they're starting to feed him to, you know, former WWE guys like A-Train. I haven't seen the match with A-Train yet. If you saw the A-Train match, let me know if that's worth watching. I haven't seen it yet, but he had a match against Trevor Murdoch, and you guys remember Murdoch and Cade in the WWE? They were a tag team champions on Raw at one point, I believe. But yeah, Murdoch, man, he lost a lot of weight. He looked good here. He does a great job of playing, you know, like a heel redneck, a big bully, you know, just that sadistic redneck from the West, I'm sorry, from the South. He just plays that a great type of heel. And you know, Sugiura hit a lot of stiff elbow shots to him. This is a very, very stiff match. I love Sugiura though. I definitely condone him being the champion right now. I know a lot of people don't think he's a draw, but I like him though. But I will admit that he's running out of opponents. I mean, he's pretty much went through everyone on the Noah roster. I mean, I would like to see Marufuji win the belt. I know a lot of people thought I think Ichiban said that Marufuji was a poor draw for Noah, but they're saying Sugiura is a poor draw as well. So I don't know. I say Marufuji, considering he had such a great year last year, maybe he can win the belt. Now the other thing is Kenta. I know Kenta's a heel right now. I'm not a big fan of Kenta being a heel. From what I've seen, I don't know if this is really going to work though. You know, Kenta's the most over guy in the from the United States. I mean, U.S. fans, for us U.S. fans, Kenta's the most popular guy I know. He's the guy that we want to see. And when Kenta comes to Ring of Honor in June, which I'm hoping he does, he's not going to get treated like a heel. So it'll be interesting to see if they, you know, if they use his heel thing in ROH, which I definitely don't think they will. But I don't know. Kenta is a heel, and no, he's in this faction with Gemba and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and I'm not sure if it's going to work though. But I don't know. Maybe you can have, now that Kenta's a heel, maybe you could do something where you can make him the champion, the heel champion of his stable. Maybe that could work. I think that's a possibility. So overall, I'm going to give the show a 7.5. I mean, not really much. I mean, there really wasn't much on it, to tell you the truth, besides Suzuki and Ishimori. The main event is a good match. I'd probably say it was 3 3/4. Great match from Murdoch and Sugiura. A lot better than I expected. It's definitely worth a look. Marufuji actually teamed up with Akiyama, and they took on the Kensuke office team of Sasaki and Nakajima. This is okay. You know, Marufuji and Sasaki actually went at it pretty hard. I've never seen those two guys work together, so that was pretty interesting to see. A pretty average show from Noah, but like I said, definitely check out that Junior Heavyweight Championship match. And yeah, WrestleMania weekend. It should be an awesome show. I'll have a review of Honor Takes Center Stage tonight. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.